Hello guys, I'm back. Today I'll talk to you about the maximum flow that a pipe can handle. My name is Jeferson Costa and I teach students, graduates and engineers how to work with chemical process engineering and plant design. And this question came from my LinkedIn profile. So the question is, hello Mr. Costa, hope you are doing well. I would like to know, even through high seas, how we can get the maximum flow of gas can handle a pipe. For example, 6 inches in different pressure. So let's talk about it. First, let's understand how we deal with pipe sizing. So there are basically three reasons or three main ways for doing pipe sizing or concerns related to pipe sizing. The first thing is about the process requirements. For instance, if you have a fluid that has some solids, you must guarantee the minimal velocity in this fluid to not have deposition. In the other process like pneumatic process where you need to carry out polypropylene, for instance, you need to have the minimum flow or the minimum velocity to be able to carry out the polypropylene through the pneumatic system. So this is one of the reasons for pipe sizing, process requirements. Another thing is about safety or integrity of the pipeline. For instance, when I'm doing the pipe sizing of oxygen systems, I must take care about the maximum velocity, the safety maximum velocity that is allowed to me. Because if the velocity of a gas stream, oxygen gas stream in a carbon steel pipeline is too much, it can lead to auto ignition and you will burn your pipeline and you can have an incident or an accident. So the concerns related to safety must be taken into account while or during the pipe sizing. Another example for safety or integrity is let's suppose that you have oil with sand, and if the velocity of in the pipe is too high, you can have erosion of the walls of your pipe, and in some time you will have rolls and you have leaks, and that can lead to an accident or incident and etc. And the last thing to consider, and not necessarily it is in order of importance, is about the economic reasons for doing pipe sizing. When I am transporting a fluid from a point to another, I am adding energy to the system. So if it is liquid and I have liquid at lower pressure and I need to deliver that at high pressure, I will pump that, and as higher is the flow for the same pipe diameter, I will have a higher velocity. I will have also higher pressure drop, and because of that I will spend more energy to pump this fluid. So there is some requirements or some guidelines to lead you to the best choice of pipe sizing. For instance, you can have the requirement of pressure drop per length. This is one kind of guidelines for doing pipe sizing. You can have the guidelines for velocity of the fluid in the pipeline. For liquid, you will have a range of velocity, acceptable or recommended velocity. For gases, you will have another range of acceptable velocity. If you are using steam, another set of range. So these are the main concerns that we must be aware when we are talking about pipe sizing. Now, when we are dealing with what is the maximum amount of flow that can have a pipe size, it is a little bit generic question, and we can get here some considerations. First, if we consider that we have a gas pipeline for 6 inches, what will be the maximum velocity in this pipeline? First, you need to verify what is the source of this gas. If I have a compressor, the highest flow in this pipeline can be the strafe point in the compressor curve. For instance, if we are talking about a centrifugal compressor, If we are talking about a reciprocating compressor that he has the dislocation of volume, it will be the maximum velocity of the compressor. So this is one of the ways to answer this question. Another way to think about this question is considering that the pipe is the 6-inch pipe is an orifice. So when you reach the choked condition, in other words, that although you increase the pressure drop or the differential pressure between the inlet and the outlet, you are not able to increase the flow. This can be a consideration for that. Of course, that pipe is not a roll, it's a segment, but it can be a reference for this kind of situation. In any case, in my point of view, the main concern here is not how much flow can have a 6-inch pipe. The correct question may be what is the required energy that I need to my process flow, or what is the maximum energy that I can use to transport a fluid from another. So when you increase the flow in a pipe size, in a pipe segment, you increase the velocity and you increase the pressure drop, and because of that you increase the energy needed to do the transportation. If you are using, for instance, gravity transport, the gravity flow of fluid, you will have restrictions, because as you increase the pressure drop, it will get a time when the differential pressure is not enough to transport the fluid. If you are talking about a pumped fluid or a compressed fluid, you will increase the pressure drop so much that the compressor will not be able to deliver the flow that is required. So in this kind of question, my main concern should be what is the energy required for the maximum flow, and if I have that available in my system. So guys, this is it. I hope you like it, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.